Hello and welcome back. Pardon those technical difficulties, but we are back and now Fossil in prime scoring position. Collins in prime scoring position, but Sleds in the corner. Back to Gardner. Collins had a power play that we missed. As that shot's going to come on net, it's going to be free. Sleds not able to. So Collins unable to convert on the power play. With 6 minutes left, we are still tied at 0 though. Collins getting some great opportunities. Gardner in the middle. Goes outside, up front to Nichols, no lucks. That's going to be Linsdale, but it gets free. Linsdale, as the goalie is down, but that shot was blocked. And so now that puck is going to be saved by Brown. Back to Conway, who brings it into the zone with a shot. And that one's going to hit the goalie's blocker and then off the post. What a close shot for Conway, as Collins still not quite able to solve this goaltender. As Gators coming in 2-on-5, it looks like, 3-on-5, I guess, and that is going to be a trip on Conway. Just got his stick down by his skates, and so the Gators, after a good penalty kill, are going to get a power play of their own.
Yeah. Yeah, Fort Collins there. Tough break. Conway with a really, really solid chance on goal later is going to be charged with that trip. Sorry for all of the action you missed while we were away. Again, unable to convert Fort Collins on a power play. Stanley Lake now on a power play of their own.
Either way, so now we've got a Gators power play. That puck is tipped on net, but saved away by Johnson. So Johnson's going to be put to the test here. So that one's going to be brought down with Campos. Yep, Campos as the aggressor, and unable to try for the shorthanded shot. And now back ahead. And there we go. And now Collins going to keep it alive, and then brought back into the Gators zone. Good penalty kills so far for Collins. And that one is going to be picked up again by Collins and Braden Kerr. And that was going to be icing. So Fossil on the penalty, Collins on the penalty kill is going to get a chance on attack.
Again, apologies for the technical difficulties. We're on a bit of a penalty kill of our own. Only a 3-man crew for tonight. A little bit of an issue there. We got it resolved as fast as we could. Luckily, nothing major happened while we were away.
We are still tied at 0, and Kerr with a shot blocked away. Brought up ahead by Deschler in the corner, and he is pinned. And now the Gators looking to fish it out as Collins staying away, looking not to get it too aggressive, but Deschler, success. Kerr on Main Street, and it's gloved by the Stanley Lake goaltender.
Good effort by the Stanley Lake goaltender there to glove that up. There's a lot of traffic right in front of him. Fort Collins putting bodies in there, trying to kind of obscure his vision a little bit. Solid save there.
And so we are going to get another offensive zone face-off for Collins. Olick, shot on net goes wide, and now Gators looking for the breakout, as it will go into the teeth of the Collins defense. A little bit of a hit from the Gators, and now Young tangling with the Gators player. That was going to be deflected up and into the net, and we're going to have one right at the face-off dot in the center ice.
Quick scoreboard update for you guys at home. 4 minutes and 23 seconds left to play in the first. Fort Collins on a penalty kill. 46 seconds left on that penalty kill, which was a tripping for number 23, Easton Conway.
And so we are going to... And so Stanley Lake with a face-off win, able to swing it to his D partner, and now a turnover by Stanley Lake. But now we'll get it back at center ice. Someone's going to be deflected. Stanley Lake still with possession, though. Gets it into the offensive zone. A shot on net is gloved by Johnson. Good save.
Good save by Johnson. Not a lot of action for tonight, but when he's had a shot on goal, he's had a pretty solid save. Percentage so far, again, 100%. Nothing has gone in, obviously, as we are still tied 0-0.
And now Collins and Olick with possession. Going to just throw it down the net, and it's going to be taken by the Gators goaltender. Throws it up ice, and it's going to connect with Olick again as they play a bit of pitch and catch, but the Gators get it back. Now back into the offensive zone. Pressure by Kelly and Olick, because that is a big hit in the corner. And now it's going to be back to the Gators at center ice as The Collins player is now out of the box, and Collins is at full strength once again. And now, right ahead by Gardner, as we're going to get a full line change, bringing back up the starters. And that's going to be Kerr, bringing it in onside. Great play with his stick. Sleds with a shot, and it's going to be gloved down, still alive. And now the Gators with possession. Gardner forces a turnover. And now able to take it behind the net. Throws it down to Nichols. Tries to spin, gets pinned. Gardner with possession again. Taking a 1-on-2. The shot on net by Sleds, no good. And now Campbell is going to regain possession. Kerr with a wind-up slapper. Blocker saved by the goalie. And now Kerr able to keep it in for a sec, but that is going to be another icing call for the Gators as they go back to their icing ways.
Fort Collins kind of finding their groove there with his offensive strategy. We've seen them use a whole lot, which is basically just kind of relentless shots and relentless pressure in their own offensive zone. A couple of hairy moments for Stanley Lake there, but ultimately able to keep the puck out the back of the net and keep this a tight game.
As we're going to get an offensive zone face-off, and that is won by Collins. And Campbell with the shot on net deflected, but is going to go wide. And that is going to be a player down for the Gators as Collins still can't get a shot on net as that is cleared out by the Gators. And we are going to get yet another icing call as that one was hit right before center ice.
Yeah, Stanley Lake feeling a little bit of pressure here. They're going to keep icing this puck for a little while here, maybe return to that kind of phase and style of play we saw at the very beginning of this period.
If you look at this first period so far, this has been a success for Stanley Lake. After losing 7-1 on your home ice to this team, you are still tied 0-0 as we're almost through this first period. So Stanley Lake, while having a very basic and quite boring strategy, it's working for him as that shot comes in on net, deflected off the skate of Linsdale. That is going to be deflected down to Heiss and is not able to pick up the puck. Pressure again by Collins, but the Gators able to clear it out as that one is going to be ruled not another icing as Conway out of the box. Turns the puck over, and that shot comes to Johnson. Bomb. That one goes wide. And now let's see, that is Billings just going to clear it down the ice. It's the Gators and the goalkeeper keen to play the puck. And now number 11 of the Gators takes it in. And then Gators with possession. Look for a little bit of a give and go there and almost fooled Collins. And now they keep it in the zone. Right down Main Street, and what a glove save by Johnson.
Wow, we saw Johnson move all the way to that right side of the net there. It's still able to glove that up. Fantastic save there. We saw that Stanley Lake player almost all alone in front of that net. That's almost a given shot. Bennett Johnson, fantastic save there all by himself.
Johnson able to stay calm and make the save and keep this game tied at 0-0. And now Collins loses the faceoff. Gators shot from the point gets deflected. It's out in front. And now Collins and their top line with a 3-on-2. Campos back to Lob with a backhand, and what a pad save from the Gators goaltender. Lob was in all alone, but it was just the Gators goaltender was able to stretch the pad out and keep this game tied. What a chance. As Campos behind the net absorbs the hit, gets it down to Kelly, working behind the net. Trying to get it to Lob. Lob gains possession, back to Kelly. Drops it to his blue line and Young. And now Campos behind the net. Once again, tries that spin as he's hammered by a Gator defender. And that one's in the skates of the Gators. Kelly with a chance, tries the wraparound, and now a wraparound chance for Lob, no good. With under a minute remaining, as we are going to get another icing penalty on the Gators with 47 seconds left in this first period.
Very exciting end to this first. It's looking, again, 47 seconds left. Fort Collins with the classic 3-on-2 strategy there, moving the puck around, trying to get the goalie out of position. But that Stanley Lake goalie did a fantastic job, absolutely filled that net. Really solid save there.
And now Collins looking for a big goal here right before the period as that one's going to be deflected in and goes wide. And now it's going to be brought out. Deschler down low. Passes to no one. Gators gain possession. Looking for a 1-on-2, maybe 2-on-2. Collins trying to get back. Gators still with possession before they turn it over. And now, see, Collins going for an all-out attack. That's Kramer on the left wing. The shot that is gloved down with just over 20 seconds to go in this first period.
Solid offensive opportunities for Fort Collins. I think we saw another 3-on-2 just there. Decided to take the shot straight forward. Good glove by Stanley Lake there. We got 21 seconds left to play here in the first. Still tied 0-0.
And now Deschler loses the face-off as Collins is going to lose possession. The Gators taking it 2-on-3. Collins with the numbers advantage as the Gators turn it over. And that is going to be taken out with 7 seconds left. Enough time for one more rush by the Gators. And that is going to be saved by Johnson and smothered with 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like with 1.5 seconds left to play in the first, the only real highlight so far has been the goaltending from both sides here.
So if you're looking at... the Gators are going to take their goaltender off in an attempt to go ahead and get an extra attacker. So we'll have 6-on-5 for a second and a half. We'll see if anything happens. Collins wins it, and it is cleared as the period ends. So as we end this first period tied 0-0, we'll do a couple quick wrap-ups before we leave. So Cole, what do you think of this first period so far?
I think this first period has been a little bit of a surprise. We came in today, Stanley Lake, ranked a lot lower than Fort Collins was. Again, Fort Collins beating them, 7-1 earlier this season. I think a lot of people were expecting a little bit more of an uneven matchup. First period looked pretty solid. Stanley Lake playing a lot more of a defensive gameplay. It's been working so far, a lot of clearing the puck. Fort Collins adapted a little bit better towards the end of the period. We saw a lot of shots on goal towards the end, a lot of chaos. That's kind of what they do. They love to create that chaos and kind of take goals away from it here. But Stanley Lake, some solid defensive work has kept, Fort Collins scoreless. Bennett Johnson, pretty solid first period for him as well. Haven't seen him play a lot. He's made a couple pretty standout saves so far. We got a lot to play for in these next two periods.
Before we go into the intermission, what do you think it'll take to beat this Stanley Lake goaltender?
Honestly, I think Fort Collins found it a little bit later in that last period. We saw a lot of shots, a lot of solid opportunities. It's just kind of creating an offensive mismatch. You want those 3-on-2s, those 2-on-1s, kind of that you versus the goalie situation. I think if Fort Collins can keep pressing that, that should be a goal here pretty quickly if they can create those offensive opportunities.
We will see if Collins will be able to break the wall of the Stanley Lake goaltender in the second period. Stay tuned. We'll take a 10 to 15 minute break and be back with you shortly. And we are back for the second period. Don't go anywhere, and if you left, please come back. So we are starting immediately here, switching sides as we are going ahead with Collins and Stanley Lake, both tied at 0 still. Both goaltenders, especially the Stanley Lake goaltender, Boucher, having a great game, and Johnson matching him on the other end.
Yeah, Fort Collins now calling the finicky north side net home sweet home for this period. Let's see if we can get this so-called battle of the goaltenders to continue, or if we'll see some scoring action here in this second period. We've got 17 minutes to figure this one out. I'm super excited. Please do not go anywhere. It's going to be pretty solid.
Yes. As we are going to have... We're going to see if Collins or Stanley Lake changes their strategy at all, because perhaps both teams saw some flaws with that as we are underway here. And now is going to be poked away. Stanley Lake going 3-on-1 here. It's going to be taken in, and Johnson makes the save, and that is going to be kicked out to Sleds. Lucky rebound there for Collins after a great kick save by Johnson, as that one's going to go wide. Stanley Lake still on the attack. Going to keep possession. Brought out. And it's going to be deflected by Kerr. Kerr takes it up ice. And that was going to be deflected by Stanley Lake as they regain possession. As, once again, Collins taking it back. Sleds slicing through the offensive zone. Gets it taken away and just throws it down deep. Nichols applying the forecheck. Stolen away by Gardner. Gardner down low in the slot to Kelly. Drag move, not able to get it. That is poked away by the Gators goalkeeper. And now Owen's going to be dragged down as the Gators regain possession out high. And now Lob going to take it inside and have it poked away from him. A lot of sloppiness to start this period. Lob, and now, Lob coming in onside. He's going to take the shot. Rebound to Kelly. Not able to get it on his stick. Throwing it up to Young with the shot. Deflected away by Campos. And now Kelly crossing up the middle. Olick looking to pinch in. No luck. And that was going to be kept alive by the Gators. And now back to Kelly. Down low, shot on net. Easy save for the Gators defender. Lob. Down low to Kelly. Looking for a man in the middle. Isn't going to get it. Taking 2-on-1. 3-on-1 now. And now back up to Olick. Walks down Main Street. Gets a shot. And it's going to go up and high.
Saw that at the very start of the second period. Stanley Lake with a solid offensive opportunity. Great save by Bennett Johnson. And then we kind of immediately saw this shift here. Fort Collins keeping it in their offensive zone. Shot after shot after shot on Stanley Lake. Nothing able to convert. We got a pretty scary rebound right in front of the net. Still a scoreless game. We got 15 minutes and 19 seconds left to play in the second.
Brought up easy shot by Conway, as that one's going to be glove save again by the Gators. We'll see if they continue their strategy of icing, but so far they haven't been eager to ice it, more so just looking to bank it out, and less so just more so focusing on offensive as they were able to get that early 3-on-1. But Collins wins the draw down to Deschler, and now brings it back up. Conway with the shot again, deflected by Linsdell, and it was either blocked or saved. Either way, no goal, and a turnover by the Gators. Brought down low. Gators have possession again. Pressure applied by Linsdell, as that one's going to be possessed by the Gators. As it comes across the near board. Brought out of the zone with a change. The Gators going 2-on-3. And that one's going to go wide. And now Collins taking it. Going to be sandwiched. And now brings it up to Linsdell. Center ice is just going to bring it in. Deschler down Main Street. Glove save. And now Conway pokes it in. No goal. Gators pick it up. Linsdell with the pressure. As that one is going to be, you guessed it, iced down the ice, as we're going to get another face-off in the Gator zone.
Another icing call in this second period. Stanley Lake going back to their strategy from the first, continual icing of the puck. We're going to see another face-off in Fort Collins' offensive zone. Fort Collins doing a pretty solid job for the most part of keeping that puck in that zone. Solid work by the two defensemen.
More shot opportunities as Brown able to chip it to himself down low. Looks to center it, but nobody there. Gators gain possession. Skips away as it is going to come back down the ice as Kerr is going to take it. Rounds the back of his net and now gets a pass up to Heiss. Heiss over to Sleds as Kerr, the defenseman, pitching in. He's going to get a shot chance. No, he's not. just going to be too deep in. Call for it, and that shot is going to be blocked away. Campbell is calling for it, just couldn't get the shot. And now Billings with a shot of his own. Deflection attempt by Heist, no good. Gators up and clear it back down the ice for icing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It's been working so far. Scoreless game for Stanley Lake and Fort Collins at the moment. We're going to see another face-off in the Fort Collins offensive zone. Scoreless game with 13 minutes and 38 seconds left to play in the second period.
We should have added an icing graphic for this game.
That would have been getting a lot of use. We would have to update that quite a bit.
As we are going to have the starters for Collins. Gardner up out front, takes the draw, wins it. Campbell takes it, and that's going to be a shot on net, brought away. Pitching in is Kerr. Kerr, very offensive-minded defenseman, he's going to get trapped in the corner. However, Sleds pinching back, saves it in. And now Gardner sticks away from his stick. And now the Gators able to clear it out. And that one is going to be called no icing for once. That's a surprise, as now the Gators getting some time in the offensive zone. But Collins, with their own pressure, able to bring it back up across center ice as they enter the zone. As the D pair goes for a line change, Nichols battles in the corner with Sleds down low. And he takes a massive hit on the edge. And now Campbell pitching in. He's going to throw it down deep. He's going to get caught up, but Gardner looking to save it. And that one is going to be kept in by Campbell. And now Gardner able to trap it in the corner. And now Nichols still on the ice. That top line has been getting a lot of use. And now Young, deflection by Sleds, but not able to get that one into the back of the net. Now Nichols down low. Able to get it up to the newly brought on the ice. Olick walks it in. Pass. And that one is going to be a goal for number 12, Riley Law.
Riley Law's going to put it right in there. Give Fort Collins their first goal of the game. Put Stanley Lake down by 1. We got 12 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the second, and we finally get our first bit of action right there.
A rocket of a pass from Tristan Olick, able to get it to the captain, Riley Law, of Windsor High School for his 6th goal of the year to open the scoring in the game. So we have 12:20 left in this second period. This top line going to stay on the ice with Law, Campos, and Kelly. Olick and Young, the D pairing. Kelly takes a hit in the neutral zone. Law with a pressure. And now Kelly, once again on the forecheck, takes the puck back. Gets it back up to Olick. Walks the blue line. Takes a shot, deflected, and that is another goal! That is going to be number 19, Jason Campos, the assistant captain, with his 4th goal. The Gators arguing a high stick, and we'll see what the referees do.
You know, Dylan, I was just thinking about this as that goal happened. We've seen games against Fort Collins that, you know, it's been a pretty solidly defensive first period, a scoreless first period. They score that first goal, and then they just get super hot, super fast. Again, this goal being argued for a high stick by Stanley Lake. We'll see what the refs come back with here. But, you know, this has happened before, and it looks like it may be happening again with the Fort Collins that's found their momentum and is going to keep putting pressure on.
Collins is infamous for these fast starts where they get multiple goals in a short period of time, scoring those 2 goals just 18 seconds apart by the same top line as well.
Looks like this goal is going to stand. Stanley Lake not happy about that, of course.
As Stanley Lake all of a sudden finds themselves down 2-0.
It's not a good position to be in. Down by 1 goal is manageable, but 2 is a much deeper hole to dig themselves out of.
And now, new line. Linsdell able to keep it in. All Lambkins forwards down low. Shot by Bronson. It's deflected. Conway pinching in. Keeps it alive, and that is going to be Deschler in the corner. And that one's going to be cleared out by Conway. Conway gets it deflected. We got a 2-on-1 brewing for Stanley. 3-on-2. The shot comes in, and that is going to be a kick save by Bennett. Great save. And now Collins looking for a rush of their own as it jumps off their stick. The ice opening up here. Collins looking to make a good defensive stand. That one is cleared out. Now Linsdell takes it into neutral ice. And now it's Kramer. The shot kicked wide. Now Linsdell free in the corner. And now tries the wraparound, doesn't get it, as Owen's going to jump through everyone. Bronson with a shot of his own. No deflection. Deschler, once again, below the net, now brings it up. That one is deflected in, and Heiss just not able to get that free run he was looking for. Deschler again, gaining possession. Deschler's been out there for a long time, as he's going to finally go for a line change. Heiss keeping up the pressure. Now Billings lays a hit, trapped the Gators defender, and that's going to be kept in. That one's going to be a backhand on net. No good. And now Bronson keeps it in, though. Collins buzzing here. It's going to be deflected by Billings, but jumps out of the zone. And now kept alive by Brown. And now Billings eats a hit, gets into the zone. Heiss able to keep it in. Absorbs a hit from two men, as he's going to take it over to Brown. Brown in the neutral area. It's a shot opportunity, and that one just goes wide. And now Campbell, though, able to keep it in to the shot, and that one's going to be gloved by the Stanley Lakes defender, as Collins is buzzing here.
Fort Collins not allowing Stanley Lake to mount a response to their quick 2 goals there by immediately going back on the offensive. We saw a wide array of shots there in that period of time. We got about 10 minutes left to play here in the second. Fort Collins up by 2. Fort Collins, I think there's no reason for them to stop kind of pressing their offensive kind of momentum here.
And now Collins keeping up with the attack. The starting lineup. Sleds might have been trying to elevate that one, but no good. Gardner battles for it in the corner. Gators not able to clear. Campbell keeps it in, and that one is just brought on net and gloved once again by the Gators goalie.
Fort Collins building a practical brick wall on that blue line. I don't think that we've seen that puck cross it in a very long time here, Dylan.
It has been trapped in the zone for more or less these entire 3 minutes since Collins' first goal. Even though they got that on-man rush, nothing precipitated of it for the Gators, as now looked to clear it, but that forecheck really aggressive by Collins as they turn it over again. Nichols back to Sleds, but he turns it over. Now back to Nichols behind the net. Wraps around, it gets a shot opportunity, and it is deflected out. And that one's going to be kept in by Kerr. Sleds is going to be tripped. Ooh, that's a big hit on Nichols, but he pops back up to his feet as the Gators hold possession. Nichols took a scary hit on the side of the boards there. Hope he's all right. And now Kerr with a big hit of his own. Well, this game has opened up physically, that's for sure. That shot goes wide of the net. And now Campbell able to get to his deep partner. Now Sleds, zone, gets hit. Now the Gators keeping it in to the front of the net, and that one is pushed away by Campbell. Good physical play by Campbell. And now gets to his deep partner, Kerr, who's just going to throw it down the ice, get it tipped by Campos. And now Campos applying the forecheck. Gardner, and then back to Kerr, who's looking to bring it up himself. Not able to drag it in, but keeps it alive for Campos. Campos, Kelly chasing the keeper. And now Lob in the corner. Gains possession. Throws it back down to Campos. And now Kelly able to gain possession once again. Kelly turns it over to the Gators. And that one is going to be turned over once again. A lot of quick-moving, fast-acting possessions here. And now, kept in by Olick. Deflected shot goes wide. Now, Gators looking to get it out. Collins looking to trap them in their own zone. Collins with that top line with both of the goals coming from Campos and Lob still on the ice. And now Kelly gets deflected away. Campos to Young. Young looking for a deflection, not able to get it. But Kelly behind the net. That one's going to get taken off his stick. But Young keeps it in. Collins has done a phenomenal job of keeping this in the Gators zone. Lob trying to play it from his seat, isn't able to do it, and that is going to be another icing call on the Gators.
We're seeing this game heat up physically, almost like a call and response thing here. We see Stanley Lake put a big hit on a player. We see Fort Collins put a big hit on a player. Kind of back and forth and back and forth. Stanley Lake not happy about that high sticking call. They're a little bit irritated about that, and they're showing it out here on the ice. I think we've got a physical hockey game here before us, and I think it's just going to get hotter from here.
And now, in the offensive zone, Young. And it gets deflected away. We might have another odd man rush for him here. Olick gets back, deflects it, but kept alive by the Gators. That was going to be tipped by the front of the mask of one of the Gators players. Goes into the net. What an unlucky bounce for Collins.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a header in a hockey game here before, Dylan. But wow, unlucky bounce for Bennett Johnson. He's had a solid game all night. Unlucky deflection from here is going to bring this game to a 2-1 score. Fort Collins still up by 1 goal with 7 minutes and 24 seconds left to play here. It's getting hotter and hotter. Stanley Lake staying alive.
Gators able to make something out of those odd man rushes as it got deflected by both a Gators and a Collins player, bounced up and then hit the Gators player, and that one's up in front of the net, no good. As it just deflected up into the Gators player's mask. Never seen that before, and just went right past Bennett into the net, wasn't ready for it. And now that is going to be an icing call on Collins for a nice role reversal for once. Currently sit 2-1 with 7 minutes left in this second period. What do you think of that goal?
Certainly very unlucky for Fort Collins. I know Bennett Johnson was not expecting a deflection, especially on that part of the Stanley Lakes player's body. Really unfortunate. Obviously, he's not going to be in a position to save that. Tough luck for him, but he's got a lot more of a game to play here.
Now Stanley Lake, and they're in the offensive zone looking to create pressure, but a wall created by Collins as they are able to not get it out of the zone as Gators keep it in. Now Conway gains possession. Going to be picked up by a Gators player, thrown right into the back of the net. And now Collins able to get back. And now we're going to get a penalty for a high stick on the Gators. So Collins will look to extend their lead with a power play.
Fort Collins unable to convert on their first power play. Let's see what they can do here. We've seen Stanley Lake kind of turn up their aggression a little bit there, keeping their offensive presence a little bit more known in their own zone. Let's see what Fort Collins can respond with here with this one-man advantage.
Despite giving up the goal, Collins can absolutely put a stranglehold on this game by taking a 3-1 lead and making it a 2-goal game once again. And now Gators win the draw, but it is turned over now. And that one's going to be cleared out. And we are going to get an icing call on the penalty kill as the linesman with a mistake, as it looks like we're going to bring this back into the Collins zone.
Right, there we go.
That is quite the odd scenario. Quite unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. I know, as many of you were very confused by that call, but we've got it all sorted out. Maybe the refs are a little bit conditioned to call some icing on Stanley Lake. But
I saw the linesman after he made the call throw his head back and he knew he messed up as soon as he called it. But unfortunately, you got to deal with those. And now that one is going to be skied high, and we are going to get another face-off in the Collins zone. I mean, hey, they've called icing a lot here. You can't forgive them for trying to call it again.
No, but they did the right thing. They made the adjustment, and if they did not, I think that this would be a very loud and unhappy place if that mistake was allowed.
And now Collins trying to get it out of their own zone on the man advantage. Gators working down, and now Kerr looking to bring it up. As it'll be Kramer in addition to that top line with Kerr. Off the mask, lob with a bomb in deep, but not able to get that one into the back of the net. Now it's going to be Kelly. Back with lob. Down to Kramer. Going to bring it rink wide to Kerr. Rink wide again. That one's going to be brought on nets. Kramer unable to connect with the shot. Now that one's tipped. Wide of the net. Kerr pinching in. Gets it to Kelly. Kelly takes it. Pass to Kramer. Lob calls for it. Lob working. Down to Kerr. Drags it in. And that one's off the post. Great shot by Kerr pinching in deep. And now that one's just going to jump. No, not outside of the zone. Kept in by Lob, but now the Gators looking for... Nope. That one's going to be deflected away by Kerr. Now Kerr bringing it in by himself. Gets his stick hit. And nope, Kelly unable to get his stick on that pass. Now Lob up top. Usually a forward play in the deep position right now. Deschler has it. Short side, and that one's gloved away. Campbell, and that one's going to be brought into the Collins bench, as that one's going to stay in the Collins offensive zone.
Do you think Peter Kelly has a timeshare behind his opponent's net? He's been spending quite a lot of time back there trying to get a wrap around, trying to move the puck around. It's just... It's something I picked up on. I thought it was pretty funny.
I've heard it's only in the winters, though.
Only in the winters. He got the little bit of the tail end of the deal with his timeshare, unfortunately.
I mean, hey, luckily it coincides with hockey season, so.
It does, and I'm sure that's why he did it.
Yeah. Probably on a lot of hockey games in the summer as that one's cleared out. As they're still on the penalty kill, no icing that time, so.
Good call.
Good call. So we're going to have number 11. It's going to be Bronson behind the net. Brought up to Nichols. This is the second power play unit for Collins. As that one is going to. No more power play. Campbell walks in. That one's loose in front of the net. And then brought out by Bronson. Collins unable to connect on that power play. Had a couple good chances, but not quite able to break through. That one's not going to be touched, and that's going to be icing by Collins.
We got 4 minutes and 24 seconds left to play in the second period. Fort Collins is up by 1 goal with a score of 2-1. Stanley Lake just killed off a 2-minute penalty back to full strength. We've got some 5-on-5 hockey for the time being.
Stanley Lake will take the offensive zone faceoff, and now that's going to be Collins. Gets it, Olick, throws it over to Sleds through his legs. And now that's going to be a 2-on-2 with Deschler and Nichols. Deschler takes it in on his own. Unable to get that shot on net, though, as he is hit into the boards, and that's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, it looks like a penalty there.
That's going to be a boarding call. You see these a lot. Those are some of the most dangerous play around those boards.
Yeah, a clean hit is usually defined as playing the puck and not the man. The man was definitely played right there. Good call. It's dangerous to hit somebody as hard as that right up against the boards. That
usually coincides with a cross-check as well, just hitting your opponent into the boards. Very dangerous play. Luckily, it looks like Deschler is not seriously hurt and appears to be fine on the Collins bench. So we're going to have a 5-minute major for boarding. We saw this happen to Collins during the third period of Ralston, and so those major penalties can absolutely be a buzzkill to any sort of offense you're trying to create. And so this could be an absolute game changer, as this penalty will not end until after 5 minutes, no matter how many goals that Collins scores. So Collins has an opportunity to open this game wide up. And now Johnson brings it back to Kerr. For his first power play unit, we got Johnson lob as that one's turned over. Johnson lob, Campos, Kelly, and Kramer. Same first power play unit they've been using all game. That one's deflected by wide by Johnson. Collins still looking to get set on this power play. So that one's deflected by Kerr. Right up to Campos. So he takes it in. Gets brought down. And now Kelly. Rink wide to Kerr. Lob playing up top. Not going to get it, though. Kramer. Now Lob calling for it. Back to Kramer. Rink wide, but that one's going to be deflected. Looking for Kerr, but just a good skate there by the Stanley Lake defender. 3 minutes left in the period, just under 4 minutes left in the major power play. Campos drops it for Kelly. Kelly deflected the shot. Once again, finds himself behind the net. Working with Deschler, who's fine and back on the ice. Lob. And then Nichols, part of the change. And then Nichols down low. Kelly behind the net. Now Campbell up top. Lob still on the ice with the shot. That was deflected in, and Kelly not able to get a stick on it. Had a wide open chance of the net, but just bounced by his stick. Close one there. Now Lob able to keep it in, though. Now keeps it in. Nichols down Main Street, and that was going to be blocked away. Nichols, though, gets his own rebound. Throws it back out to Campbell. Campbell, rink wide. It's going to be Linsdell. That one's going to be deflected again. Sorry, that was Bronson with the shot. Bronson, now Campbell. And that one's going to be deflected away. And then, unfortunately, that one is live. Sleds running with 2D now. Sleds out to Campbell with the shot. And that one's going to be blocked away into the net. With 2 minutes left in the period and just under 3 minutes in the penalty.
Yeah, this penalty is going to go all the way to the end of the second and through the beginning of the third. Fort Collins has a massive chance here to extend their lead. Stanley Lake doing a pretty solid job so far, continuing their defensive stance here. Fort Collins desperately going to try to increase their lead to a 2-goal lead, put them kind of in a comfortable position coming into the third.
It definitely prevents any offense from the Gators, and they've been very limited on their chances. As got Brown behind the net, Heiss, Bronson going to wave him off, and that was going to be deflected away by Gators, and then Heiss down low. but then Sled's able to pick it up. And then Campbell trying to look for the cross crease pass. He gets it eventually to Brown. Wide. Heiss now has it. Tried to drop it, but no one was there. Now Campbell again keeps it in. Great work on these boards by these D-men. Bronson. Pass down to Brown. Looking for anything to do with the puck. Brown, sharp angle shot, no good. Now Billings. Outside. Back up to Campbell. Campbell, cross crease to Bronson. Now, down low to Brown. Back up to Bronson. Looking for the one-timer, couldn't get it. Now Campbell's got it again. He has to stick here for Gators in the middle of a change, 5-on-3. And then that one's going to be brought away by the Gators. Looking for a 2-on-2 opportunity with 1 minute in the period. So that one skips away and the Collins players look to get back. And then Collins just immediately shutting down that offensive play. Billings able to take it. Lob stays on side. Now Lob going to collect it as the first unit comes back on for this final minute. Now Lob, aggressive forecheck, gets it to Kelly with a sharp angle shot on that puck. And that net comes off its moorings.
Oh, I know Peter Kelly may be kicking himself a little bit there. He's just a little bit too far forward. He had a wide open net.
That play by Peter Kelly, just not quite able to get his stick on it.
Not quite.
Had a perfect opportunity, just wasn't able to do it. But you can tell that Collins has been reinvigorated with this power play, has been looking great, keeping possession, and so they've got 35 seconds in the period, minute 30. So that one's going to be cleared out by the Gators. And then now we got Kerr taking it behind his own net, looking for one final rush here. Over to Campos. And that one's going to be a long pass missed for Lob. But Lob able to deflect it, keeps possession. Lob's got it. Goes around the horn. And that one's going to be deflected away, but kept alive. Campos. And that's Kelly!
Peter Kelly!
Peter Kelly with a goal, able to make up for his previous mistake as he snipes that one top shelf, and that is now 3-1 Collins with 9 seconds in the second period.
Peter Kelly moving up from the backside of the net. His timeshare has paid off. I think he's found value in it, and now Fort Collins is up 3-1. Fantastic goal for Collins, putting a lot of pressure on Stanley Lake the entire time. Credit where credit is due. Stanley Lake put up a fantastic defense, but Fort Collins, if you give them this kind of 5-minute, one-man advantage, they're going to find something towards the end, and they have in the dying seconds of the second period.
That results in one goal for every one of the top-line players for Collins, with Kelly, Campos, and Lob all getting a goal as that period expires. 3-1 Collins, as they will still have 50 seconds left on the major as we keep going. And so we will see what results in this third period. Any final thoughts, Cole?
Really only one. Fort Collins has got to feel really good about that going into the third period with a 2-1 lead. Not a 2-1 lead, a 2-goal lead. Sorry about that. That's going to make them very happy. Stanley Lake's going to be put down by that. They had it to a 1-goal game, and that hurts trying to do kind of digging yourself out of a 2-goal hole in 1 period to go. Anything can happen, though. We'll be back in a little while to bring you the third period of this hockey game.
Hello and welcome back to the third period between Fort Collins and Stanley Lake. Collins currently leads 3-1 and has 50 minutes left on a major penalty for boarding on the Gators, and so they will look to expand their lead and put this game out of reach.
Yeah, second period ended with a bit of a heartbreak for Stanley Lake. Late goal on a 5-on-4 power play, as we talked about, 5-minute major for boarding. Fort Collins has got 51 seconds of that power play left. Stanley Lake's going to do their best to kind of make sure they don't convert any further on this power play. We got 17 minutes left of hockey. Fort Collins up by 2 goals, 3-1. Don't go anywhere. It could go either way. Fort Collins, I think, found a little bit of a rhythm there. They felt really comfortable in their aggression, and credit where credit is certainly due. Stanley Lake has put up a much better game than I think we expected when we came in here today.
But Stanley Lake will have to increase their offense. Stanley Lake has only scored 3 goals once in this season, coming in their only win against Pine Creek, as that face-off is going to just be an unfortunate turnover, but that is going to be recovered by Kerr. Lob, and now that one is turned over again. A lot of slippery ice here as Kelly, who scored the most previous goal, brings it into the zone. And now the first unit, as Kerr is able to keep it in, gets it down low to Campos. Campos in the corner, back to Kelly. Now to Campos, back to Kerr, walks it in, cross ice, Kramer, back up top to Lob, down to Kerr, cross crease, that looking for a deflection, that was a front range, and no goal from Campos, great shot, but no goal. That one's cross ice, Kerr, pass, shot by Campos, no good. 8 seconds left on the power play, Lob gets it back to Kramer, and now to Kerr, and he's rimmed up and high. What a shot. The goalie went low, and so Kerr adjusted and went high, as Collins currently leads 4-1, with Kerr scoring his 6th goal of the year.
Fantastic job by Kerr there to wrangle that puck in and just flick it right up above the goalie. Fantastic thinking on the fly. Really solid job, and that looks like it's going to do all but put it away here. Stanley Lake down by 3 goals.
As that is just wide by Nichols, looking to go back-to-back again. Collins buzzing, Kerr back on the ice, and the Gators able to clear it out, but Kerr keeps possession, with the top line being responsible in some sort of facet for all 4 of those goals. Lob was on the ice for all 4 of those goals, confirmed. Same with Campos and Kelly, with all of them having a phenomenal game, as Kerr shoots it in, and that one is saved by the goalkeeper.
We almost saw what we saw. I can't remember what game that was, but Fort Collins kind of doing what they do on occasion and scoring goals within mere seconds of each other. We almost saw a repeat of that with Nichols with a solid chance but couldn't convert.
In the Steamboat Springs games, I remember they scored 3 goals in 43 seconds, looking to score quickly, but Deschler gets it back. Kramer behind the net, it's out front, but no luck. Walks it in. That shot is up and high. Olick, though, going to take it. Bring it back down low to Deschler. Now, back to Linsdale. A little miscommunication, but gets the puck. Gators look a little slow. Collins moving at will. Back to the front. Kramer. Shot. Glove saved. Snap of the glove there by the Gators goaltender.
Solid glove save there. Fort Collins kind of finding, that rhythm in their offense again. They're still pressing. Stanley Lake back to full strength. Their penalty kill has ended, but unfortunately down by 3 goals.
Set 3 minutes into this third period. Collins up 4-1 as they get a good chance up in close, and that one's just going to go wide. That will get a good shot on net there. That one is brought offside, and so that one will jump back into center ice here.
Fort Collins creating that sort of a chaos in front of the net that we've seen so often with them. Really just kind of putting a whole mesh of bodies, puck, and sticks in front of the goal and hoping something has gone in. So far, nothing as of right now, but I believe they will continue to use this strategy until something happens eventually.
And the Gators in their own defensive zone, but Collins, despite up by 3, keeping up the pressure. Olick with the puck. It's almost going to be cleared down. Gators regain possession, looking to go up ice. Gets deflected, so no icing, but Oleg will gain possession. It's the Gators forecheck. Back up to Collins, and that one is going to be an errant pass, and that's going to be icing on Collins, brought back into their zone.
Yeah, Stanley looks a little bit tired, a little distraught. You can't blame him. This whole game kind of went away from them in the last, maybe say 8 minutes of play, branching over this third and second period. It's a tough bout of luck to have happen at the end of this game.
Stanley Lake was outmatched on paper and was able to put up a good fight as they were tied 0-0. Gave up 2 quick goals, but were able to score one of their own to keep it close at 2-1. But then that boarding penalty really killed them as Collins was able to score 2 on the 5-minute major to extend their lead back up to 3, which seems to be the nail in the coffin. As Heiss brings it up. Now, Gators gain possession. That one's deflected. Now brought behind the ice, brought out front. No shot available though, as Collins able to bring it up their side, playing some great defense as well. And then Campos behind the net, keeps it to the front of the net. Kelly looking for his second goal of the game, just not able to pull the trigger. Kerr, another goal scorer, brings it back to Kelly up front, but no shot available for lob. As this top line once again buzzing whenever they are on the ice. Now Campbell behind the net. Full stop, and is going to be able to spin around again. Top line still on the ice, as that's Kelly in the corner. Takes a check, moves it up ice. We're going to get Campos and lob. Lob brings it in. That shot's going to be wide of the net. And that puck is going to jump into the Stanley Lake net. Sorry, not the net, the bench. Very different.
Yes, very different. Stanley Lake would not be very happy if that puck bounced into their net one more time. I can tell you that for sure.
They would be very upset. That would be a very weird place for it to jump into the net. It also made a loud clanging sound, which usually doesn't happen.
Yeah, nets aren't exactly, metal. That'd be interesting.
And now, Gardner passes it out to Nichols. Just going to drop it into the zone. Goalkeeper's going to play it around. Sled's applying pressure. Hits check. Turned over by Nichols. And now Nichols to Sleds. Not able to get all that shot as he hit a stick with a Stanley Lake defender, Campbell, as that one is gloved by the Gators goalkeeper.
We would very much like to thank once again our sponsors, Lynn's Plumbing and Heating, JS Consulting, Family Training.
Got 12 minutes and 36 seconds left to play in this third period. No penalties after that 5-minute major from the last period.
We've got all the Collins starters out here. We entered the game with a 3-way tie for goal leads for Collins, with Kerr, Lob, and Kramer all having 6. And now, currently, Kerr and Lob still a tie for the lead with 6. So maybe Kramer can get one before the end of this game. We'll see. Now Gardner in the mid possession. Nichols fights off the Gators defender in the offensive zone. Gets Sleds, not able to do anything with it. Sleds behind the net, makes a little nifty move. Throws it back to Nichols. Nichols going down to Deschler. Deschler. Gators able to turn it over. And that one's going to come out of the zone as Oleg recovers. And now, let's see, Gators in the midcourt. And Johnson able to just steer that one wide as Young going to go behind Oleg. And then now, that one's going to be turned over by Linsdale. Gators getting an opportunity. Bodies flying everywhere. And that one, Collins able to apply the pressure. Still with the Gators, though, as finally Kramer gets it and is able to clear it up and out. And we got a big collision by Linsdale. Now Deschler, center ice, takes a shot, and that one's going to be a good save by the Gators goalkeeper in the body.
Fort Collins still keeping with their offensive pressure here. A little bit less so, but this is no longer a power play. This is even 5-on-5 hockey, but Fort Collins still able to kind of create offensive opportunities. We've seen a handful of close shots here. Fort Collins continuing to kind of press their really almost offensive presence throughout this game into sort of the middle of the third here. We got 10 minutes and 50 seconds left to play.
Gators with a shot, and that is going to be gloved by Johnson. A 3-goal lead is usually safe, but you never know, and so Collins keeping up the pressure.
Anything can happen. We saw, those 2 goals scored extremely close to each other. It's a pretty unpredictable game, so you can't ever let your guard down. You have to keep playing to the best of your ability until the final buzzer here.
Gators with a shot, and that one goes high and wide. And that one's going to be kept into the zone until it is not. Gators controlling it in their own end. Heiss forecheck before he goes for a change. Now the Gators getting a chance of their own, but that one is brought away by Kelly. So we got the top line out there again. Campos. And now, let's see, that's Brown. And that one is going to be glove saved by the goalkeeper again.
Pretty solid game for Bennett Johnson here. I know we haven't talked about him in a little while. Pretty quiet night. Gave up one unfortunate soccer-esque goal, I believe, in the second period. But pretty solid since then. Not anything too crazy asked of him after that. But, a solid performance.
He has made every save off a stick. We can say that much.
We can say that much.
And by soccer-esque, we mean a header. No one kicked it in.
Yeah,
We're not implying that. As that one is. See, that was Campos drilled into the side. And now Kelly behind the net. His favorite spot. And that one's free. Lob. It's a shot. Not going to go for him. But Kelly knocked down. And now Lob. Definitely feeling the aggression here. As Kelly might have been upset for maybe a cross-check there, as again, the physicality has not stopped. Campos with a glaring blow, and Johnson,
whoa,
we got
dirty
knocked
hit
down.
After the whistle, wow.
As that hit was going to be on, I'll get a number for you, and so the Stanley Lake player is going to go off. Assumption is for a major penalty or a game misconduct.
Yeah, it looks like a cross-check.
I'm surprised there's only a cross-check attached to that, because that was after the whistle was blown. There was the puck was already covered. It's only a 2-minute minor. Well, I don't like to rag on referees at all. It definitely felt more egregious than a simple 2-minute minor.
Yeah, Stanley Lake definitely a little bit frustrated, and that's kind of boiling over here, but they can't afford to take more penalties.
And now Collins down low with their second power play unit. Sleds behind the net. And then Campos down low to Deschler. Tried for the net, no good. Campbell keeps it in though. Nichols able to avoid the hit, keeps the play alive. And then now over to Sleds. Bronson, the puck. Throws it down to Sleds, goes through to Deschler. Back to Sleds. Right at the red line. Back up to Bronson. Going to take a shot. It's going to be deflected off Nichols. But once again, Sleds. Now Nichols, back up top to Bronson. Going to swing it around to Campbell. Campbell, and that shot is in. That is going to be number 28, Lance Deschler, with his 4th goal of the year.
And goal number 5 for Fort Collins this evening. 8:50 left to play. 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the... Oh, no, sorry, not a penalty kill anymore. They have just scored. Apologies.
And that is another goal on the power play, the 3rd of the night, and the first one that didn't come from the top line of Fort Collins. So we're going to sit at 5-1 with just under 9 minutes. Got a little bit of a referee discussion here.
Yeah, 5-1. That kind of came out of nowhere. If we kind of talked about the score at the end of the first, that would have been quite a game, and it has been quite a game. We've seen a lot of action ever since that second period has started, and it's looking like it's not going to die down at the end of the third. Fort Collins up by 4. I don't think it's going to stop. We've seen this happen with Fort Collins before. They just kind of keep going and keep going and keep going to the best of their ability in these sort of games.
Yep. And so Collins able to. And that was a beautiful play as Campbell was able to walk down and get the pass backdoor. No chance for the keeper as the open net was just able to be slid in by Lance Deschler. His 4th goal of the year for the center. And now we're going to drop the puck here. Whatever discussion happened, either way, we are going to have a good goal. 5-1. A little bit of a delay here as we currently sit at 10:25 Mountain Time.
It's 10:25. We love these late games.
They definitely have a special type of environment to them.
They do.
If you are watching on the East Coast, I don't know how you got this stream or why you would put yourself through this, but we appreciate your viewership.
Yes, we appreciate you staying up with us throughout this game. It's been pretty fun for us to call. We hope it's been fun for you to watch, but, don't go anywhere. We got 8 minutes and 50 seconds. Plenty can happen in 8 minutes and 50 seconds.
Hopefully,
play starting right now.
No more dirty plays.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we can look for. And now that's going to be Campbell with the primary assist on the last goal. Swinged it to his D partner, Kerr. Back up to Billings. He's going to swing it out to Heiss, who hits it for no icing. And that's going to be Billings. Had a chance at an open net, just couldn't get it on his stick. And now back to Kerr. Winds up for a shot, gets it deflected wide by the Gators defender. It's not going to be gloved down as Kerr takes it behind his own net. Runs into some difficulty. And now the Gators have possession as that one's going to be smothered by Johnson.
Yeah, hopefully we can keep things clean for the last 8 minutes and 7 seconds of this third period. We love physical hockey, but we also love clean physical hockey because that's what makes it so much fun. Because nobody gets hurt. It's great.
It's also interesting how hockey is such a dangerous sport with all the ice skates, how fast everyone's moving, and then all the sticks, of course. So it's definitely a game where you don't want to lose your temper. We got a breakaway for Law, partial breakaway. Catches up to him, pulls back, shot, and that one's going to be a great breakaway save by the Gators defender. Once again, Law looking really good. Dual hit on Kelly there. And then Young throws it in. Top line, stays out there, applying the forecheck. That one's going to be tipped in, and that is going to be another icing call. Some things change. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree. Fantastic save there by Stanley Lake goalie. He's had a very solid night so far. You can't blame him for kind of what's happened. The amount of shots he's had to take. He's made some pretty fantastic saves when he was needed, though. Pretty solid night for him.
Despite Lob already having the one goal, you definitely felt he could have had more. He had a great opportunity during that play, and then in the first period as well, but was robbed both times by the keeper. So Lob has had a very good game, but could have absolutely had more on the score sheet. And then brought in, kept it. And that one's going to be offside. And now turned over again, top line. And now aggressive forecheck still. We got a lot of hit and open up, especially on this top line. Every single play seems to be accompanied by a hit. We definitely got some people upset.
Yeah.
See who they're sending off. Definitely going to be sending off some people. Let's just see who.
Yeah. We will have to wait and see for their verdict.
Looks like they were letting them play for a bit, but just we're getting upset. Okay, it looks like, no, we're going to get an intentional offside. Maybe the call or a hand pass. Either way, it's going to be no penalties, and it's just going to be Collins. It's going to be in the Collins end. So Collins loses the face-off. Gators hold it, but then Johnson able to smother it with his blocker.
Got 6 minutes and 54 seconds left to play in the third period. If you've missed the score, it is currently 5 goals for Fort Collins, 1 goal for Stanley Lake.
And now that one is going to be kept in by Stanley Lake. And now Stanley Lake getting some good offensive zone time, not really resulting in any shots, as we got a penalty, it seems, on Deschler, it's looking like that's going to be the call. I was on the near side. I couldn't quite see. It came along the boards. Did you get a shot of it?
I did not. I was blocked by our lovely little laptop sitting here.
And it's cross-check.
Cross-checking. Okay, all right.
Yeah, seen a couple of those. Those have been called intermittently here, as Deschler will go off. Gators looking to get a second goal, looking to increase their personal best against Collins. They were only able to get one during their last meeting, so Gators keep it in, but now Linsdale tried to bring it ahead, unable to, as that's Kramer, also unable to, as she throws it out of this thing. Because we're going to get another penalty, that time on Kramer, for it's going to be a slash for hitting the stick out of his hands.
Yeah, that was pretty blatant there.
So we're going to get a 5-on-3 for the Gators here. With 6 minutes left.
Yeah, Fort Collins being a little bit silly there. You can't afford to take those penalties, especially as obvious as that one was right in center ice. Very, very obvious slash. We're going to get some 5-on-3. Fort Collins has got a bit of a job in front of them to kill off these penalties.
You can definitely feel that the frustration's getting the better of them. And with both teams playing physical, you can definitely tell that, as commonplace, the refs are going to penalize the team that's winning.
Yeah.
And now, able to bring it up as another hit, Collins. Seems like every single play is followed by a hit. So, now, Gators, a little miscommunication as they are going to turn it over again. And that's another big hit. Looks like it's still going to be clean, though, as he came right across the boards. Just a big, clean hit there. That one's going to be deflected by Sleds. And it's going to be brought along outside. And now Gators bringing it in. Got a shot attempt. And that one's going to go in the net. Just slip through the 7-hole there.
It's going to slip through the back of Johnson there. You know, not a whole lot Fort Collins could do. Sleds almost got an interception up right in front of goal, but, you know, it's a 5-on-3. Something's going to happen eventually, and Stanley like there, it's got to make them feel a little bit better. They can get another goal here. The score is now 5-2 with 5 minutes and 19 seconds left to play.
And so it is now 5-2, as Collins will still be on a minor penalty, as that one just one-on-one just got chipped right behind Johnson. So not much you can do about that. That's going to happen every once in a while, as now it is 5-2. However, another goal would start to make you feel worried if you're Collins. Just can't allow them to get back into this game.
Yep.
And now no icing. And now the Gators going to bring it in. As the physicality continues. And now Gators bringing it out their own zone. Now brought back to Sleds. As Sleds takes another big hit. What are your thoughts on how physical Stanley Lake is playing these last couple minutes?
Well, you know, for both of these teams have been playing pretty physical, and you can't really blame either one of them. Stanley Lake's tired of getting scored on, and, you know, Fort Collins is tired of getting hit, so both of them are going to kind of come out and really going to play super physical, and they're not going to take anything from any one of these guys. So, you know, it's really kind of a cause and effect thing sort of here, the way the game has been going.
And we're going, that physicality is going to cost him, as we're going to get a penalty. I believe he's going to go off for interference. The Gators player is, as he just hit the Collins player after getting rid of the puck. Cross-check now. So, another cross-checking penalty.
Well, here we go. Lots of penalties.
4-on-4 action as the physicality continues. Some physical play isn't bad, of course, but you hope that no one gets injured. You've seen a couple hard-hitting plays already, especially in this third period.
Yeah, and, you know, we've seen a couple hits after the whistle, and you can never condone that. That's just not, you know, that's just not right.
And now Gators going to bring it in. Johnson fails on an attempt to swipe at it, but Collins gets it back, looking for a rush of their own, as they will be on the power play. So we're going to have an icing, however. So Collins will start the power play in their own zone.
Got 4 minutes and 9 seconds left to play in the third. Fort Collins is going to be on a power play for the next 1 minute and 36 seconds.
as we are going to have face-off won by Collins. Just throws it back as they are going to use their second power play unit here. Interesting to note. Definitely not going with their primary scores here. And now back in the Stanley Lake zone. Back out. It's going to be kept on side, however. Stanley Lake going to throw it back, but just ridden off the puck. Back up to Billings as he's going to absorb a hit. Taking it back. Now the first power play unit with Campos. Campos not able to keep it in the zone as the goalie tried to clear. Lob not able to keep it on his stick either as it goes back to Johnson. And now Bronson gets it over to Lob. Back to Bronson as Collins begins their breakout. Tipped ahead by Kramer. So that one's not going to be ruled icing. And that is going to be brought down again by Stanley Lake with less than 20 seconds on the penalty kill. Collins really slowing it down, not really looking to attack on the rush as much. Definitely looking to play it safe and try and keep their senses about them. And now Kerr, the defenseman, activating up high. Drags in to the backhand. Kelly gets a shot but goes wide. And that will end the penalty. Kerr takes a big hit. As we're going to get a whistle. Can't tell if this is for a puck in the nets or maybe a penalty. It looks like it's going to be a puck in the net.
Yeah, Fort Collins slowing their play a little bit. You know, you got 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. You're up by 3. You know, anything can happen, of course, but it's not horribly important to score another goal, that is for sure, if you are Fort Collins.
And now, the shot comes in by Campbell, goes wide. Sleds with a hit. Gardner knocked down. Sleds brings it out to Kerr. Kerr back to Sleds. Nichols goes wide. It's run off by a Gators player, but gets back on it. And he's brought back behind the net. Over to Gardner, who absorbs a pretty big hit. And Gardner in the front, and that shot just goes wide. Had a prime A scoring opportunity at the front of the net, just couldn't operate. Nichols takes a shot, it's knocked down. And now that was Kerr absorbing the hit. Kept in and eventually brought out by Gardner. Avoids the hit and then dumps it in for a line change. Under 90 seconds to go. We're going to sit off the Sleds and brought back out. Kept in the offensive zone. And Sleds to bring it down deep. Gets a shot, but just goes wide. So now, kept in by Deschler. As it just eventually swings wide, as we're going to have an icing.
Minute and 8 seconds left to play in the third. You know, we've seen Fort Collins, you know, still pressing, still taking shots. Not with the same sort of energy we've seen, but they're still going.
So I will have to step off the broadcast real quick. Cole will take care of the rest. Follow Fort Collins Hockey on Instagram as FCHS Hockey, and also follow SaberCat Sports. One word, all undercase. And I hope to join you again shortly.
Hello, friends. It's just me and you. As of right now, we have Stanley Lake in the back corner bringing the puck up. Oleg's going to get a stick on it. He's going to bring it back into the defensive zone. They're going to regroup. And then Zell's going to try to get the puck. He's going to miss it. Stanley Lake pressing forward. Oleg's got it in the corner, bringing it back behind the net. Oleg still with the puck now. Then Zell takes a hit. Gardner coming up. Desher's going to chase that puck. Stanley Lake trying to get something going here. Oleg's going to push him over a little bit here. Hit by Stanley Lake. Oh, Tristan Oleg. Big hit on center ice there. Fort Collins loves that, and that's going to do it for the game tonight. Fort Collins is going to win that 5-2. Pretty evenly matched first period. Things heated up quickly after that. Fort Collins is going to win it with a 3-goal deficit today. We saw some big hits towards the end, a lot of physicality towards the end, mostly clean play, and we love to see that. Solid game. Bennett Johnson, pretty solid good game in net. The Stanley Lake goalie as well, pretty solid performance for him as well. Great game. We've got our next home game next Saturday, I believe, and I cannot wait to see you guys there, and I wish you guys a wonderful night, and we will see you next time.